Okay, sorry, I need to take a breath.
Here we go. Hearts racing, eyes watching, flickering across the horizon, counting. Tongues slip between lips, nervously licking them in anticipation while their hands fiddle with the hilts of their swords, the feathers of their arrows, the string of their bows. They all stand in a line, watching, waiting, counting. In this line, our heroes stand alongside them, soldiers ready to fight, to die, to protect their home, the world. On this horizon, you can see it, our heroes, the uncapped view of enemy lines, ready to charge and attack, to kill your friends and the people who you have traveled with for so long. Before you stands a man. His tall figure holds the air of authority, a pristine suit clothing him, one beautifully crafted sword at his hip that you all know to be dangerous, to have taken lives before. He stands with his back to you all, hair gently swaying in the breeze. Then, he turns, eyes locking with you all as he faces you. This is it. I'm prepared to die. Are you? Then, he turns back, drawing his sword. The men on the horizon have begun to grow, growing closer and closer, their yells and battle cries finally reaching the ears of our heroes. Kyzer, how are you preparing for battle?
Tying the grips on my shield and ready my blade as I could walk forward with determination in my steps and just brace myself for what's to come.
How do you feel?
Terrified, but excited nonetheless.
Beatrice, how do you prepare for battle?
Beatrice exhales a slow, exaggerated sigh and reaches for her obsidian wand and says, armor or something. Summons mage armor around herself.
And how do you feel, Beatrice?
Bored.
Solomon, how do you prepare for battle?
This had been a long time coming. Something I prepared myself with much long ago. I know what my fate is. Take up my rapier. I have a dagger in my other hand. I simply stare on, my body pushed together like a spring, ready at any moment for that pressure to release.
And how do you feel?
Cold.
Dusty, how do you prepare for battle?
I'm wrapping my hands in thin cloths and securing a mop to my back, saying to it, "Everything's gonna be just fine, Jessica Clements. Everything's gonna be just fine." Takes a deep breath and begins to meditate before battle.
And how do you feel?
Terrified.
Karathia, how do you prepare for battle?
Karathia is buzzing, and just energy all throughout. She slams one of the sides of her double-bladed scimitar into the ground to connect with nature, and she feels that energy buzz into her as she enters a rage. And she is just bouncing side to side, getting ready to get physical, and the only thing she feels is wrath.
Onyx, how do you prepare for battle?
Onyx is probably, appearance-wise, not doing anything. Just kind of standing there, like, giddy almost, like thrumming with excitement.
And that is how you feel?
Absolutely.
And last, but certainly not least, Elmira, how do you prepare for battle?
I clutch my violin tightly in hand, bracing myself for what must come, and I'm prepared to face it with my allies.
And how do you feel?
Dreadful to think of the people that I must leave behind.
As you all stand, ready to attack, mid-preparation of your weapons, a sparrow, flitter between you all. Its wings, unbound, flapping and carrying past the front of your lines, then past the man standing before you all. The camera follows this bird into the sky, its feathers shining in the sun's golden rays like a small tissue of silk. Then, it flies back down. But not into a battlefield. No, it's quick, dodging and weaving between people in a now bustling city. It flies past a certain individual. Onyx, would you describe your character, class, and what you are doing in the beautiful city of Idica?
I can try to. Onyx is a yuan-ti witch who has a very gray skin, kind of gray purplish hair, bloodshot eyes that aren't quite a distinct color. They're kind of brown, kind of red, kind of purple, and she's wearing what looks to be almost like a wedding dress, but it's tattered and kind of falling apart, and it's in a dark purple with black lace.
Beautiful, perfect, wonderful. And what are you doing here in our fine city?
Onyx is just doing her job. She's here to try to get some information. She's heard a rumor that this is the place to find it. So she's looking about and probably having way too much fun doing anything but what she's supposed to do.
And as you're in Idica, following this shadow of a lead that you had, trying to find this information, you've stumbled upon a wanted poster. It's not any type of wanted poster, though. It's in bright blue, fine ink. It reads, "Looking for adventurers, willing to pay 300 gold pieces. Meet me at the Shining Tavern." And would this interest you? Please say yes.
Absolutely. 300 gold, I'll take it. And if it's not interesting, then I get a drink.
So, you see this wanted poster, and you're into it. We follow this sparrow once again that flitters around Onyx, sorry, and it flies into the sky before coming down again. Carathia, what are you doing in our beautiful city of Idica? And what do you look like?
Yes, so Carathia is a satyr. She has blonde fur and pale skin and bone-colored pointy horns. She is wearing carny garb, very colorful, ostentatious, a lot of patterns, a lot of different textures, because she is the ringleader of the circus troupe that is now setting up in a little square of one of the town markets that they have coordinated to put on their show for the next few days. On the surface, she is here to provide protection and entertainment for the circus and the people of Idica. And below the surface, she is here for a meeting with someone important who has information for her.
Beautiful. In this wonderful city of Idica, you and your showman troupe are getting ready, setting up. You yourself are here with a second want, a second need, looking for something. And as you're looking, you come across a wanted poster. Beautiful, bright blue ink, looking for adventurers, willing to pay 300 gold pieces. Something that mayhaps piques your interest?
I want to be more involved in the human world than I need to be. But 300 gold could repair one of our tents. Might as well.
On this tree, you see the wanted poster posted on. It's a sparrow sitting in the branches. And as you approach, the sparrow flitters away. Again, flittering through the alleys of the city, dodging people between caravans and stall carts. You see this bird land on the shoulder of a much shorter man. Dusty, what do you look like? What is your class? And why are you in our beautiful city of Idica?
Well, I'm a fairly stout forest gnome gentleman. I'm 150 years young. I primarily live out in the woods between Vashyria and Bonivia. And right now I'm being accompanied by my paramour, Jessica Clemens, coming into town. Work's dried up a bit. Heard some rumors that there might be someone in need of help tracking down someone in their family.
And rumors you have heard. As you approach the city, or as you are walking through the city, you see one of the posters that you had heard rumored about in bright blue, beautiful ink. Adventurers wanted. 300 gold pieces. Maybe this is what you were looking for.
300 gold? That's probably reckoning me for more trouble than I was looking for, but it seems the right thing to do, and that would do me a long time in the woods for supplies. Yeah, I'll follow this lead.
And this sparrow that has landed on your shoulder, as soon as it notices your eye on this poster, takes off once again. Not too far away, it lands on top of the head of a young woman. Beatrice, would you please describe what you look like, your class, and what you are doing in our beautiful city of Idica?
Okay, I'm gonna try my best. You see a long raven-haired woman. The hair falls over some high-collared black robes with faint silver sigils that shift under the light. And she has some sharp features that are framed by a perpetual look of boredom. And she has deep violet eyes that are currently scanning all of her surroundings. She's a wizard. And I forgot what the last question was.
Why are you in the beautiful city of Idica?
She is looking for a magic shop that she heard rumors of. And she's looking specifically for a tome, a very specific tome of necromancy.
And you would know that this tome is probably a bit of expensive. And as you're walking, you see, once again, in bright blue, beautiful ink, adventurers wanted, paying 300 gold pieces. Is this something that you would take up the chance for?
Beatrice is going to grab onto this wanted poster and scan it up and down. And she's just going to sigh out loud and say, 300? That's it? And she's going to murmur to herself, you know, it wouldn't kill you to... It wouldn't kill you to make some extra coin. And she's going to look down at her completely skeletal squirrel that's on her shoulder, perched on her shoulder, sorry. And she'd be like, oh, I guess you're right. I hope I don't have to talk to a lot of people. And she's going to crumple it up and put it into her pocket with like 50 other bounties that she's collected over the course of her travels.
Beautiful. And you notice a sparrow fluttering around this skeleton-like squirrel on your shoulder for a moment before it zips away down another alleyway, around a corner, between legs, above the head of a man. Kyzer, would you please describe your character, your class, and what it is you are looking for here in Idica?
Sure. Kyzer is, what you see is someone hailing from half-elven descent. About 6'2", tannish skin, sharp yellow eyes that seem to glow a bit. Slightly longer than shoulder-length brown hair that seems to always drop in front of his face that has a couple scars running across it. A muscular build covered by dark blue leathers and cloth with pieces of metal armor built into the design. A slightly brighter blue cloak sits on his shoulders that is tattered and torn, but you see slits purposefully made on the bottom of the cloak, seemingly to help with his mobility. A long blade sheathed at his hips with a small triangular-shaped shield attached to his right shoulder. And he is a half-elf paladin. And the reason I'm here is the guilds at the other kingdoms have been running a little thin on jobs. So I came to Idica to hopefully find something more suitable for him and his skill set.
Looking through, you obviously looking for something that might help you out a little bit. Come across plastered on the side of a wall, a brick wall. Beautiful, beautiful blue ink. Adventurers wanted. Paying 300 gold pieces.
I walk up to the poster and I kind of just grab it off the wall. Kind of stretches his neck out. Right. I guess this is a good place to start. And just walks towards the direction.
After you rip this poster off the wall, a sparrow sitting on top of the roof of that building flutters away once again. And finally, and lastly, lands onto the palm of one last person. Elmira, would you please describe your appearance, class, and what it is you are in Idica for?
Elmira is an arugama, a rather strange-looking one, sort of satyr-like in appearance, with a unicorn horn. She's dressed finely, here for a date. And she is a bard, equipped with a flute, a lyre, and a violin.
Beautiful. And you see down a pathway another person. The sparrow that has landed on your hand gets up and goes. And you watch as this sparrow flitters around one last person, stopping in front of his face before heading straight into the sky and disappearing from your view. Solomon, would you please describe your appearance, your class, and what it is you are doing here in Idica?
Solomon looks to be about gray skin, looking very similar to like a drow, long white hair. It seems to be slightly braided along the side, kind of like a crown. You have him with, let's see, he has a rapier on his right side of his hip, 2 daggers along towards his lower end of his thigh, and wearing this, like, what do you want to say? Like, looking like brown leather. I think like a black overcoat as well, the hood. The hood is down, of course. He is a rogue. He's currently here looking for leads on a few missing people.
Beautiful. And Elmira, this man is still in your line of sight. You see him, and you also see, Solomon, a poster on the wall written in beautiful, beautiful blue ink. Adventurers wanted, paying 300 gold. Meet me at the Shining Tavern. And Elmira, out of the corner of your eye, you swear you see something very, very interesting. Would you be willing to follow it?
I would, yes.
Solomon, does this poster intrigue you?
Of course. It is gold that can be used to help me find leads.
And with that, you all now have a destination in mind. Beatrice, are you excitedly heading towards the Shining Inn or the Shining Tavern?
Yeah, probably. Probably her squirrel companion was motivating her to pick up the pace.
And you, Dusty, with this poster in hand, ready to go. How are you feeling about this on your way to the Shining Tavern?
I'm not loving it. 300 seems like a lot of gold. That's gonna be a lot of trouble.
Harathia, you, yourself, on your way, how do you feel?
Stressed.
Fair.
She doesn't really care about this poster, but she is going.
Heck yeah. Onyx, how do you feel about this poster?
Onyx is a little bored. It's a little too like nothing's going on. So she's kind of hoping maybe this will lead to some more excitement.
Kyzer, how do you feel?
Not that much different from any other job that I've had before, but curious to see why the high price point. A little intrigued.
Solomon, your deep feelings of this poster?
I don't think there are deep feelings about it. Just
Or
a
just
job.
any feelings?
Indifference.
Perfect. And Elmira, following what you see, you notice that you're behind this strange man as well. How do you feel?
Concerned. I'd rather not be late for my date.
You all make your way towards the Shining Inn. Some of you stopping to ask commoners, where it is, the directions. Others very, very easily just breezing through the city like you know it like the back of your hand. And some of you completely ignoring and just hoping that you find it on your own. You all are going about your way, doing what you can, before you all end up in the same spot. This shining tavern sits between two much larger brick buildings. The tavern itself made out of wood. It looks run down, it looks broken. The sign isn't even hanging on the front of the building anymore. The door looks old, looks as if it has holes in it from swords, daggers. You're not entirely sure. But you are all there. And you go inside. How would you all interact with each other, seeing so many of you appear at the same spot in such a run-down part of the town, in front of such a run-down tavern? Basically, I'm just asking, how do you guys feel seeing 6, 7 other people show up?
Disgusted.
Do you think we have to split 300? Or is it 300 each?
Honestly, I think that's one of the first questions we should ask.
I vote that I get everybody's 300.
I vote that you sit under my foot, and then I'll crush you.
I'd like to see you try that, and if you did, I wonder if your foot would actually be crushed, because my head is a lot harder than you think.
I grab her by the throat.
Maybe we should see who posted this job
Put
in the
my
first
finger
place.
in front of her mouth.
No, don't stop them. This is fun.
Okay.
I grab Dusty grabs his mop and he's like, "Oh, it's okay, Jessica Clemens. I'll keep you safe." And then cower in the corner.
Kyzer just walks past them, just like,
I would put me down right now, unless you want to lose your hand.
I don't think I'll lose it before you lose your ability to breathe. So,
Ain't no
maybe...
need for violence.
Darling,
You
go
see-
fuck your stick.
You see Beatrice's hands.
It's not like that.
You see Beatrice's hands light up, and you feel a little warm sensation. And she's
I headbutt her.
gonna cast Burning Hands.
I'm gonna do a ramming attack.
We're gonna kill each other.
starting this session with the fucking PvP. Wow.
As you two start this, the door to this broken down poor inn or tavern opens up, and you all see a man standing there. He looks irritated, disinterested, annoyed. He's looking at you all like you are nothing but scum under his foot. He rolls his eyes before looking back at you and saying, "If you are here for the job, please come inside." Then he turns, leaving the door open, and walks inside. But before his figure disappears, he stops, turning around and looking at the satyr woman. "And please, do not kill anybody while I'm here. That is drama that's unnecessary."
This is just how we welcome new friends where I'm from. Don't worry. And I drop the delicate little wizard and walk inside.
The little wizard's going to mutter out loud and say, I'm gonna kill you and then raise you from the dead and ask you 3 questions each for the rest of your existence.
Oh,
I'm
I
assuming-
revel in that, darling.
And do the rest of you follow inside?
Oh yeah, I'm the first one in, man.
Is this the man that I was, stalking, not stalking
Yes.
earlier? Okay, then yes, I will go in.
You're on in the room.
I mean, if nobody's fighting anymore, I might as well.
Solomon?
He had already made his way, I would say, inside, possibly just seamlessly squeezing between a couple people, just effortlessly.
Beautiful. As you guys enter, you come into what doesn't really look like to be much of a tavern anymore. Seems run down, not much is around anymore. The bar is gone. A couple of tables lay about, a few chairs here and there, a chest in the corner, and a lit fireplace. Documents and paper litter all of the tables. And you see the man from before standing at a desk. He's bent over, muttering to himself, shaking his head, before he turns towards you all. Would you please shut the door? I do not need anybody listening on this. He nods towards you once you shut the door, Carathia. And then he turns. I am assuming you all here for the poster that I put up, correct?
Yes, can
Indeed.
you clarify the 300?
Yes, of course. I assumed anybody willing to take a job, its only concern would be the pay. I will be paying each of you 300 gold pieces each. Is that fair? Does that seem like a good price?
Well, you haven't told us anything else, so I don't know.
Well, we can either agree on the price now, or I can add some coin in later. It's up to you.
Are there gonna be dead bodies?
Plenty.
I'm in.
And the rest of you?
Oh, no, that. I reckon I'm in.
I'm sure your skills will be of use to us. I'm positive. And the rest of you? I'm only willing to pay those who are willing to accept. And you, miss? He looks towards you, Onyx.
You must be very desperate if you are just going to offer to raise a price. Consider me intrigued.
His eyes turn, a lavender, gray. And I, Elmira. And you, miss?
Yes, I suppose it can be agreeable.
Good. I will get straight to the point. I'm looking for my little sister. She was kidnapped, and I just want help to get her back. Is that something you all would be willing to help me with?
Who took your sister?
From what I can tell, it seems to be a ring of thugs who probably plan to transport her to Vastyria. I would like to avoid that at all possible, and I want her back safely. I would be hiring you all specifically to not only help me get her back, but to also escort her and I back home to Murasame. All the supplies you will need will be provided by me. I have a caravan and everything we would need for a 2 months trip time. And I will still pay you by the end. I can even get you a ship back here if that is what you wish.
Did the thugs take her for a reason in particular?
Well, my little sister is quite beautiful. I could only imagine the reasons they have taken her. I myself was not there when they took her. If I was, they would have been dead. A man, a farmer, in the hayfire, saw it happen. She was on a walk. I was in the city, Bonivia, in fact, when the man was reporting it to the EPs. I don't trust them to get her back here in a timely fashion, so I'm taking it into my own hands. That is most of the information that I have. I can show you a picture of her appearance, and you see him turn around and face his desk. Right, sitting flat on top, he pulls out a picture. Before turning and heading over to Dusty and handing it to him. This is what she looks like. Memorize it, because you will not be holding on to this photo. Once you have done, if you would please pass it to your, I'm assuming, new comrades from how you all were interacting with each other outside the front door. Once you are done, please put it back on my desk.
I have to commit this to memory. And he looks around, looks through the photo, and then kind of hands it off to Solomon.
This is not the photo you see, but it's what I've got of her, so use it.
Whoa, she's got some crazy arcane device.
Rather strange for her brother to be holding on to this one, but who am I to judge? Love is love.
That took me a second.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Do any of you have any questions for me?
Where do you reckon they took her? Because we can't go into Vesheria.
Mysteria takes people for a lot of reasons.
It's very true. I know it may be not so difficult to believe, but me and my sister both are arugamas. She is, again, a very beautiful young woman. I can only imagine what they want her for. All I want is for her to be returned to me safely, so that I may return her home safely. I will answer any and all questions that I can. If there's anything else you need to know, please, feel free.
Where do you think they have taken her?
The last lead that I have is that they were setting up camp in the hayfire. The exact location I do not know, but it'll take us about a day's travel to reach where that farmer's home was. I believe we start there. Follow a lead. My sister is very smart. I know for a fact she would have been leaving me something to follow. As long as we can get there, I have no doubt that we can find her and we can save her.
I have a question.
Yes, miss.
Do you like dead things?
As long as they are beautiful.
She's going to point at his shoulder, and her squirrel's already going to be there.
He'll turn to look at the squirrel. And there is no real emotion on his face. He just looks exhausted. Bags under his eyes. Stressed. He looks a little pale. You all can tell that he has been worried about this for a while. He takes a finger and he lifts it up to the squirrel and he just goes, "Is this what your magic is?"
Maybe a little bit.
A little bit. Is there anything more to it?
Maybe for like, I don't know, a couple more gold. I'm trying to get a tome so that could be a little bit more powerful.
What tome is it? I'm sure I could help you. If it's anything that could help us save my sister.
Necromancy. All of it. It's at a magic shop.
In my hometown, we have quite a few. Would you be interested in those?
Maybe, I guess so. I mean, like, I'm not gonna say no.
Perfect. And the rest of you have no other requests? No other wants?
Kyzer kind of steps up to him. I'm being honest. 300 seems quite a bit, but just a bunch of thugs. But I'll do the job. I'm interested to see what else lies behind it.
Nods towards you, and he looks to the rest of you. I am willing to accommodate any and all needs. If you need nothing else, I suggest if there's any personal belongings you would like to restock up on, we do that now. I want to head out as soon as possible.
Can I walk the picture of his sister back to him and just try to catch him in like a quiet moment?
Yeah.
I'm going to be taking time out of my own quest of finding my brother, who's trapped in Vesperia, to find your sister. I expect once I've returned your kin, you commit to helping me return mine. and I don't need gold. That's more enticing to help me.
It is done. Whatever it takes. You are the first people to follow up on my lead, and I do appreciate it. Whatever it is you need help with, I will happily help. But once I have my sister, understand, she is my main priority, and I will leave you all to rot, if it means I have to escape with her. I'm sure you can understand. You do the same for your
Brother is mine, so if there's information on him with that group of thugs, and she's in the way, same goes.
Well, now I would never kill your brother. I was merely saying if I need to.
I know what you were
abandon
saying.
All right. The rest of you, he'll turn around after having the brief conversation. Anything else?
Let's hurry it up then, and he's proceeded to walk out the door already.
All right. You see him broad his shoulders, turn around, and he goes ahead and he grabs a couple of things that he needs before walking forward. As he comes down, he looks towards you, Elmira, and he says, "Is there anything that you need?"
I must message a friend to let them know I will be late for a very important date.
You might be a little more than just late.
Yes.
I apologize. I will make it up to you. And then you see him place a small satchel on this middle table for you before he turns towards Kyzer. Your name, sir?
Kind of scopes him up and down. Name's Kyzer. It's a pleasure.
He sticks out his hand, a gloved hand, and says, "Seojun, my pleasure."
Shakes his hand.
He turns towards you, Elmira, and you, Miss.
Asking my name, or?
Your name.
Okay. You can call me Elmira for now.
You see him kind of give you a look before he turns away. You see him approach you. And he says, "And you, miss," while he gently scoops up the squirrel on his shoulder and holds it out to you.
She'll take the squirrel back and say, it's Beatrice. And in my culture, actually, it's instead of handshaking, it's more practical to bow deeply while making goat noises. More like a scream, like a goat scream. But only the male has to do it. So unless you want to disrespect my culture, then you're going to have to do that for me. And then she's going to start bowing.
Well, I suppose it is a good thing I'm not from your culture. And he bows, but he does not scream.
She's gonna look super disappointed.
He brushes past you to Onyx, and he says, "And you, miss, you haven't spoken up much. Is there anything I can provide to you to ensure that you will stay along this journey? Once we leave, I have no intention of turning around, nor do I have any intention of helping you return back."
No, I think I'm doing okay. The name is Onyx.
He reaches out a hand towards you, and he waits patiently to see if you take his.
I think I like the screaming goat introduction better than the handshake, if you don't mind.
His hand drops to his side, and he looks towards Carithia, and he says, "Seems I'm hiring a bunch of nitwit." And he heads to you, and he says, "I can only assume you are a little bit more here, miss. Your name?"
Karathia Araman Deamblath. And I give him my hand.
And he takes your hand, and he takes it the way you would expect a nobleman, basically, to take a woman's hand before giving you a bow. When he lifts up, he says, "That is not a name that is common on any of our lands. You are not from here."
No, but the people who occupy these lands now are not really from here, are they? Not like your sister, not like you.
Yes, quite. They are not. Me and my sister are meant to be here. Thank you. And then you see him turn to look kind of like out the door towards Sullivan, and then he turns back to the rest of you and says, I'm assuming by the way he left, none of you are familiar with him either.
I think I am, actually.
Would you happen to know his name? I would like to know who I am traveling with and know that they are trustworthy people.
I believe it's Sullivan.
Sullivan?
Yes, Sullivan.
Understood. Well, let's be off. We will stop by a potion shop and a blacksmith before we leave. Let us go. And then, do you all follow?
Follow suit.
Yeah.
Right next door.
He left a satchel for me or someone, right?
Yeah.
On the
for you,
table?
yeah.
I'll pick that up before I leave. And just tuck it away for
Beautiful.
the time being.
Amazing. Did you guys want to do anything else in this room after he walks out, or we're done? Moving on?
Moving on.
I'm good.
All right.
I'd like to run ahead to Solomon, though. Just real
Okay.
quick.
Go ahead. Whatever you guys want to roleplay, go ahead.
So she just clip-clops up very fast, does a little leap, lands in front of him. Hey,
Yes,
are you Solomon?
I am indeed.
Okay, cool. Your name is now Sullivan. Because I didn't think you wanted me to tell him what your name was, so... She just gives a little thumbs up.
He'll smirk a little bit at that.
The weird skull girl, she made me have to be a bitch coming right out the gate, but I'm not like that. Also, all of your guys' accents are a lot. I've been switching between a billion of them trying to see which one fits in the best. It's just easier when I'm speaking in my own language, and this is insane, okay? And then she just starts walking.
He'll simply follow.
Anything else? All right. If that is it, then we will move on. We are going to move the scene. The group of you are all walking down the city streets. You are following close behind. He's kind of taking a longer strides than the most of you to be leading. He's unnaturally tall with an unnatural beauty. But that same air of authority sits around him that he had when he first opened the door and when he was telling you about this job. People seem to greet him as he walks by, but he doesn't pay them any attention. He simply ignores them as he goes. Leading you guys to a small potion shop. Carefully, he knocks on the old wooden door before pushing it open. Excuse me. Yeah, what is it? We're here to pick up the potions that we need. Oh, come on in, don't worry. I got it all ready for you. Come on in. And he leads you into a very small, cozy little potion shop. There are tons of bottles on the wall, some glowing, some not glowing, some that seem to be emitting a glow. On the right, there is let's say a few barrels, 2 or 3, just potions thrown in them with a big sign right over them saying discount 5% off. As Seojun, he approaches the counter. This young woman that you guys see is a human girl. She has long blonde hair with bright blue eyes. She seems very excited, very happy to have you all in there. And as you all come in, she excitedly says, "Oh, I see you brought a lot of friends. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. I'm so happy that you brought so many people here with me today. How many potions can I get for you? Oh, and you, and she looks towards you, Elmira, and she says, what? Who? Why? Who?" And then she looks towards the rest of you and back towards Seojun before she stops. And then she goes, "Oh, I get it. Okay, I get it. Is that your girlfriend? You finally got yourself a girlfriend?" You see Seojun look towards the rest of you and look back towards her and say, "Whatever they need is on me." he turns and he walks to the corner of the room where there is a crate filled with red potions. He picks them up, looks back towards the rest of you, and says, "Grab whatever it is you need. Anything extra, I'm willing to cover. Meet me outside when you're done." And then he walks out. This young woman, she excitedly claps her hands together before going, "Oh, well, Seojun, he is just such a good friend of mine, and I am so willing to make sure I can get you guys anything that you need. Oh, what do you need? Love potions, healing potions, sleeping potions. I got a lot of those. For some reason, people don't really like them, but they're really useful, especially on bad dates." And she shoots a wink towards Dusty. And then she turns towards Onyx and says, oh, what about you? You look like the type of person who would love a potion that turns flowers black. Would you like that?
Ooh, you know me so well.
Oh, perfect. Here you go. And you see her bend down beneath the counter before coming up with about 10 of them. Here, do you want the stack?
I will take it, thank you.
Beautiful. No worries. I'll let Mr. Seojun know that this is all for you. Do you want 1 or 2 on your person?
How about 3 on me?
Oh, no, perfect. No problem. No problem. 3. She sets aside 3 of them. And the last 7, I'll go ahead and put them with the rest of the shipment that Mr. Seojun wanted. And what about the rest of you?
What's on this discount rack?
Oh, I'm so happy you asked. Those are all the bottles that I forgot what they were. So you get them 5% off, but
I want the whole table. I want the whole table.
Oh, perfect. All right, so...
and I want them all on me.
She comes around the counter, excited, happy. She bounds towards you with this energy that nobody else in the room has. And she goes, "Oh, okay, so she starts pointing to each one. I'm pretty sure this one
I don't even need to know. I don't even need to know.
Well, that's no issue. It'd feel better on me as long as I make sure I at least kind of tell you a little bit of what they mean. I'm pretty sure this one right here," and she points to one that seems to be a soft yellow. "I think this one's bottled daylight. So if you throw it, I'm pretty sure it makes a miniature sun. Oh, but it also might do damage. I'm pretty sure the last time I made one of these, it killed a couple people, but I don't really remember. That was a couple months ago. But if you want it, you can have it. Actually, I'll give you the whole table for 50% off too."
Yes, please. How many are on the table, Liz?
There are 45.
Great. So how many people are here in our party? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. Yeah.
Okay. So every 7 divided by 40, 45 divided by 7. Everybody gets 8. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 39, 49. No, everybody gets 7. So everybody put random potion. I get the sunlight one. 7 random potions.
I actually have a list of all of them, so I will divide them up by 7 and send them to you guys later.
Yes.
And then I will get them added into D&D Beyond for your guys' character sheets. Or we could just put them into
like a random table.
Huh?
Just roll for it.
Oh, you know what? That'd be kind of fun. Also, I totally forgot to say this earlier. But that meeting with Seojun is your first memory. Please make note of whatever you wish about that scene, but that is the first one. And I'll give you all a moment
for it.
Oh no, you made him bow down and scream like a goat, but he didn't.
Oh, his name, that's okay, that's who that is, okay.
Yeah, Seojun. Seojun.
It actually worked out that you went to the bathroom because you didn't hear anything about anybody else, so it's even better for your memory.
Yeah,
So.
look at you. Look at you. All works out.
He did not scream like a goat.
No, he did
You
not.
tried though.
Can't confirm, did not.
I just don't like him. Didn't scream like a goat.
He said, "Good thing I'm not
guy.
from your culture."
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I think Kyzer would take the time to just walk up and just say, "I'll just go ahead and keep it simple. Do you have any potions? Regular healing potions."
Oh, yeah, of course. I was about to say, all the walls are filled with potions. Healing potions. So, Mr. Sioja, he just left with about 50 of them. How many would you like? I've got them in bulks of 5, 10, 15, 20, and if you get 50 of them, I'll give it to you on a sale, just like I give to him. Only 352 gold. Oh, wait. Totally forgot. He said that was on him. Don't worry about it. How many would you like?
He kind of looks towards everybody. Getting these bottles. I have a feeling we're gonna need all of them.
All of them? Now, I reckon I can't give you all of them. I mean, I do have other customers I need to sell to. How about just the 50 that I mentioned? That work for you, hon?
Sure, that's fine.
Beautiful! I'll go ahead and put this on the rack with the rest of them for Mr. Shojin to come have picked up. I do know that he's probably on his way out of the city right now, so actually, let me go ahead and just go let the guards know real quick.
He kind of just like, can I hold on to, sorry, I lost the accent for a second just because I was so flustered. Right, can I at least get 2 for everybody here?
2? Oh, of course! Would all of you like 2?
At least.
Please.
That would be acceptable.
Oh, wonderful. I'll go ahead and make sure I leave 2 out. So that's, how much is that? 2, 4? You know, I never really finished school. I'll just leave out about 20 of them. How's that sound?
Doesn't
Bless
nice.
you.
Thank you. Oh my god, I wasn't muted.
That's in the recording now forever.
Yeah,
my bad.
that's gonna be a sound.
Clip that.
Yeah.
100%.
My bad, I thought I was muted.
Editor Christian, clip that shit.
I was like, oh wow, she was watching my camera at the right time. I looked, I'm like, oh fuck, I wasn't muted.
Editor Christian, if you also can, make sure to put that as a toggleable button for the soundboard for this.
Yes.
Fuck.
Absolutely.
I got you guys. Yeah, he'll just gather the bottles and just divvy up between the party. How many people we have? 7 right now?
7.
Okay.
And when she confirms that she's leaving a few out for you guys, you see her run back behind the counter and through a door that is back there. But she doesn't go all the way through. She just bursts it open, slamming it against the wall on the other side, and goes, "Hey, guys, can you guys come over here and come help Xiaojun carry all this stuff to his caravan? I'm pretty sure it's out the front gate. Okay, thank you." And then she turns back around and runs back out from behind the counter, clapping her hands as two men wearing very, very heavy armor walks out. So, is there anything else the rest of you would like? A potion of speaking with animals, maybe? Or love potions?
I hate love and I hate speaking with animals.
Well, then I think this love potion's for you. And then she's gonna grab one and put it straight in your hand, Beatrice.
I'm gonna call the town guard on you.
I'd like to see you try.
And it's just gonna pocket it.
But now you have hope. You might actually find somebody who puts up with that personality.
Yeah,
really
you are
hope I
kind of a
don't.
stick in the mud, aren't you?
Thank you.
Of course! You know, I have a friend who's just like you. She always says I'm a little bit blunt. Oh, you know what? And then she turns around to all of you and she says, "I do not think I gave you all my name. My name is Mary Jo. It is lovely to meet you all. I am your go-to potion seller if you ever, when you ever, how you ever need your potions. I do shipments through land and boat. I also can ship them through the air if you really need it. Although that's a little bit more expensive because the Kenku people, yeah, they don't really like doing it. But I can do it if you need me to. Just let me know." And then she turns towards you, Solomon, and she goes, "And you, mister, would you like anything?"
I think I'm quite all right, but I appreciate your generosity.
"Oh, of course. You know, I do have something that I think might fit you. You seem like the cool and silent type, and oh my goodness, that's my favorite type in all the romance books that I read. So I think you could use this love potion." And then she goes ahead and she hands you a love potion.
You know, Miss Mary, I think everybody here could use a love potion, actually.
You think so? Do all of you want some love potions?
I think we all need one, you know, just to give us better odds in our romantic adventure.
Oh, perfect. All right, I'll go ahead and put a stack of 50 of them for Xiaojun to get picked up, okay? Does that sound all right to you guys?
No,
That is
no,
perfect.
no.
That is absolutely perfect.
Mary Jo,
Thank you so much.
no.
Oh, Oh, goodness.
No, no. Mm-mm.
Gratia,
So-
I'll take yours.
We are being paid like an X amount of money, and I'm pretty sure that it's coming out of this. So maybe not 50. What about?
Don't go ruining the funds for everybody else. Give them a chance to be happy. You want to be miserable?
What about 10 instead of 50?
Why no, your odds.
Okay, I'm sorry for ruining it for everybody else, okay? I'm sorry, but I want to get paid.
Okay. I see that there is a little bit of discomfort in the air. Her accent changed, so now she is eti petite. Oh.
It's contagious.
It's contagious. Well, I see that there's a little bit of discomfort in the air, so I'll go ahead and I'll knock it down to 15. I think that's a good in between. And also, I just want to let you know, I know Mr. Seojun, and he would never, ever, ever take payment out of payment. I guarantee you that. He is a man of honor, okay? So, let's see. And then you see her tap on her chin a few times. She goes, oh, I know. I got just the thing. And then she turns around and she looks at Elmira and she goes, excuse me, miss, would it be all right with you if potentially, what's the best way for me to word this? Oh, I know. Would it be okay if I potentially use some of the crops that I know grow near the central town in order to make some more love potions later on in the night? I know you live over there, and a lot of the common people don't really like it when I take the crops sometimes, but if I get your permission, I think they'd be okay with it.
As long as you don't take more than what is necessary, as long as it's not more than what the people can do without, then I don't see an issue with it.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much. I'll make sure I bring around a bushel of apples for you, okay? I know that the harvest has been a little rough this year. Does that sound all right?
I would appreciate that.
Oh, of course. Thank you very much. And then she turns around and she continues to just pull bottles off of shelves and stick them into crates before turning and shoving them into the arms of the knights who are in there. And by the time she's finished, each one has 2 crates, one stacked upon the other, with both crates carrying at 50 potions each. What these potions are, you guys aren't entirely sure. There's some love potions, some healing potions, and a couple of other things thrown in there.
As this is happening, Kyzer is walking to every single person in this party and handing in 3 bottles of health potions each and keeping 2 for himself.
So everybody please go ahead and add 3 health potions or potions of healing to your character sheet. Well, I think that's about all that I can really offer you all. You see, Mr. Seojun's a good friend of mine, and his sister, she is such a sweetheart. So I really hope you guys are able to find her and bring her back. If there's anything else you need, like I said, just let me know. Oh, I guess you would let Mr. Seojun know. Either way.
Well, I don't reckon that you'd be able to give me some sleeping potions.
Oh, of course! I absolutely can do that for you. And then she turns around, grabs 4 glowing blue bottles off the back of her shelf, and sticks them right on top of one of the knight's his crates, the ones that he's already carrying. Then she goes, you think 4 will be all right? You need some more? Those ones are a little bit more expensive.
Dusty's eyes go wide. He's like, no, I reckon these will do just fine. He grabs them from you really quickly.
Perfect. Alrighty. Well, I think that's everything that I can do for you all today. I do know Mr. Seojun's waiting out front. You might want to go out and see what else he's got for you guys. Safe travels, and I hope you all make it back alive.
Thank you. You all ready to go?
As ready as I'll ever be.
All right, let's head out.
Let's go.
And as you guys leave, you go out there to see Seojun standing. He's no longer carrying the bottle of crates. He is leaning against the wall with his arms crossed, staring into nothing. The 2 knights follow behind you both closely before he turns and says, I apologize. She's a bit of a talker. Are we ready to head to the blacksmith's?
Let's go. Yeah, I was gonna say, as a bard, I don't really need a blacksmith, but don't know about the others, so.
All right. And then he turns and he leads you all And he leads you a good 30 minutes down a couple of different alleyways until you end up to a kind of in the hole in the wall kind of blacksmith. He pushes the door open, and you guys see oh my god, I can't remember what they're called. A tortor? What are the turtle people called?
Portal?
Turtle. Thank you. You guys see a turtle standing behind a counter. He has his back/shell towards you all, standing very, very tall, much taller than Seojun, much taller than all of you, hunched over in order to make sure that he can actually fit inside the small building. And you hear over and over again, hammering again and again, metal on metal. Sparks are flying. You can see the flashes of light from beyond his shell. And as Seojun comes in, he doesn't turn around. He just keeps going. And it's not until Seojun leans against the counter and clears his throat that the man stops, turning to face you all. Oh, my bad. I didn't hear you come in. He sets the hammer down, leaving the sword on the anvil. He looks at you all, a little confused, before his eyes focus on Seojun. Is there a reason you're in here today? And Seojun speaks up. I just wanted to see if you could repair my sword while I was away. Oh, of course, no issue. Normal repairs? Yes, sir. Yeah, of course. You guys see as Seojun unsheaths a sword. And as he unsheaths it, each and every one of you, as long as you're looking at it, notice that this sword seems to have a faint blue glow to it. There is a gem embedded in the tip of the sword. He sets the sword down on the counter, and the man picks it up. Thank you. I much appreciate it, perhaps. Of course. No issue. What about your friends here? Anything for them? And Seojun turns around, looking at you all. If you all need to have anything repaired, this is the place to go. I'm assuming none of you need that right now, but when we return, if you need anything repaired, I recommend we come here. Again, it will be on me. I will cover the cost. I cannot expect you to follow me into danger without being willing to repair your gear. Understood?
Nods.
Perfect. And then he turns back around towards Miles. Do you happen to have a replacement I can use in the time being? We are about to head out to find my sister. And Miles speaks up. Oh, of course. I always will. Of course. And he leaves from the counter to a back room. And you all hear some cluttering, some banging, a little bit of outside noise. You're not entirely sure what it was before he comes back. Seojun's sword no longer in his hands, and a normal long sword in its wake. He sets the sword down on the counter, and Seojun picks it up and slides it perfectly into an empty sheath on his right side. He then turns to the rest of you again, and he says, if any of you need anything small, I recommend grabbing it now. Daggers, small knives, shields, maybe some light armor. You're more than welcome. But if you don't, I recommend we leave now. We have one more stop we need to stop by. And this time, he does not leave the building. He stands in front of the counter, waiting for your responses.
I could probably do with a shield if you had one.
He turns to Miles, and Miles nods. He walks from behind the counter, still slouched, trying to make sure he doesn't knock his head on the ceiling. And he pulls a small wooden shield off the wall. He turns towards you, Dusty, and he says, would this work? It's not much, but it's one of the best that I got. I'm not exactly a fancy blacksmith. but
I
get the work
reckon
done.
this will do just fine. Thank you so much.
Of course. And you can go ahead if you need to add a small shield, whatever is fitting for your character. Nothing too big though, and nothing too like powerful. And then Miles turns to the rest of you. Anything else? I don't have much, but I have wares.
Do you have any daggers?
Yes, I do. And he turns around and he kind of scans the wall a little bit before he sees about 10 of them lining the wall. Very small, simple daggers.
I was gonna say, while he's like turned around, I'd actually walk up to Seojun, and kind of just whisper towards him a little bit. You seem to trust this man a lot with a fine blade like that. Is this guy any good?
His eyes flicker towards you and then back towards Miles. And he softly says, "He is one of the best. I trust no other with my sword."
Hee
Sully.
Damn it, Sully, you broke me. I'll keep that in mind for later. Appreciate it. Any one of those is fine, thank you.
Oh, of course. He grabs 2 of them, and then he turns and heads towards you. These will work fine, right?
Yeah, these are great. Thank you.
Perfect. And as for a payment, and he looks towards Seojun. And Seojun puts up a hand. You just let me know how much it is, and I will pay you when I return. Right. Of course. And he goes back to his work, walking around the rest of you.
Kyzer would ask, no, just, why don't you let me know how much it is? I could pay for these.
Oh, well, just 2 small daggers will only be about 25 gold. If that's all right, I could go cheaper if you need.
He kind of looks in his pouch. I could do the 25, that's fine. We'll be getting more later.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I put the 25 down. No, I just put the 25 down. Like, you're good.
Thank you. I truly appreciate it.
He looks over, just kind of gives a nod and a smile.
I just walk out.
Miles heads back behind the counter, and you all see him continue to work on the sword that he originally was. He doesn't say another word, just goes straight back to work. Seojun turns around, and he leaves. The rest of you follow, or does anybody have any other questions? Want to get anything else?
Also, Miles is going to be so easy to haggle down.
He's a baby boy. Leave him alone. So you all leave, and Seojun leads you guys back out of the alleyways to the main city. And he starts heading towards the front gates of the city, in fact. But just before you all get there, he turns, heading into a library. In this library is a woman. She's got big titties. She is not busy, but not busy. She sits on a stool, a hand on her cheek, slowly flipping through a book. She's not reading. Her eyes are scanning the pages, but she is just absentmindedly going. It isn't until she hears the footsteps that her eyes look up and she sees Seojun. And she goes, "Oh, you're here already?" Seojun speaks up and he says, "I am. I was coming to see if you had any tombs of necromancy." "Oh, necromancy, is it?" She looks towards Beatrice and Onyx. "For one of your new little girlfriends?"
Oh, scorn lover. I love it.
"They are not my girlfriends. They are my hires. I made an agreement to get her the necromantic tomes from my home, and I figured I might as well stop by here to see if you had any on hand. Do you?" "Well, you're just out of luck. Sold the last one just as you came in. Boo-hoo. You might want to stop by next week. I'll have some in." And he turns towards you, Beatrice, and he says, "Would you be interested in seeing what she has?"
Yes, of course I do.
He turns back. Thank you, Velvet. I do appreciate your time. No. It's not like I don't have a business here or anything. Of course, you can walk in with your 7 friends. Go ahead. Now, you, and she looks to Beatrice. You're the one who wants the tomb? Or the tome?
Actually,
tomb too.
True.
Probably.
Yeah, what's it to you?
Just curious. You look like you know your way around a dead body. I like that. Here. And then she gets up from her seat and she walks around, and she is a tall elven woman. Deep midnight black, pin straight hair, black. Falls to her waist. Wearing a very low-cut V dress with spider webbing for the sleeves. And a high slit. Morticia Adams, basically. And she walks around the counter, looking down at you, for she pulls something out of her sleeve and hands it to you. I am assuming you know what a shrunken head is.
Obviously I do.
Good. You're not as incompetent as most people. Take this. You should know what to do with it, if you know what it is. And then she drops a little shrunken head into your hand before turning, walking back to her seat, and sitting back down. A black cat with a bright pink collar appearing on the counter, and she pets it delicately.
Beatrice is gonna look at the shrunken head in her hands and be like, she's like the coolest person I've ever met. But she's gonna whisper that to herself very, very quietly to her squirrel.
Seojun will turn around and he'll say, I apologize. As much as I know I did not need to, I thought perhaps she would have something to aid our travels.
She did. She gave me a shrunken head.
Yes, she did. Would the rest of you like to purchase anything? Scrolls, magic.
Wait, this isn't a library. This is a bookshop.
It's like a library, but you can buy stuff from her as well.
Okay. Can I get a library card, please?
Yes. Now, how these work, every time you come in, I will stamp it for you. After 10 stamps, I will allow you to keep 1 book, no purchase. Any book you want. I also have, as I'm sure you figured, tomes and spell scrolls. Those I'm a little less likely to part with, but I'm sure you can convince me.
I don't do any magic, so I'm sure I won't be needing to. But can I get a book of Sylvan fairy tales, please, in the Sylvan language?
Of course. And you see her wave her hand around, a black smoke starting to emanate from the tips of her fingers. And the smoke slowly starts to form into that of a book. And it appears almost instantaneously as soon as it takes form. The black fades away and you are left with a silvery book with not gold, but what looks to be gold paging. She hands it out to you before saying, now, you can't keep this one yet. When you return, I expect it
I know,
back.
if I take it out 9 more times, then I can keep it, blah, blah, blah.
I will take that card back. You will not disrespect me in my establishment.
Sujin will just buy it, so.
I won't let him.
Alright, sorry.
I give respect, and I take respect. You seem like a very smart woman. I would love...
I'm not.
Well then, I suppose there's nothing much else I need to say to you. Then she turns to Sojun. Please.
Did I get the book?
Yeah, she still gave you the book. You still have the card too. She's just like, whatever. She turns towards Xiaojun and she says, "Please leave. I am not interested in speaking to any of you anymore." Xiaojun rolls his eyes. "The only reason you are still in business is because of me." And then he turns and he leaves. As you guys leave, the door slams shut behind you, and you hear a click of the door locking.
She was nice.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Twins.
I had a book I was gonna try and purchase.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry, Dusty.
I left it on the counter. I didn't want to be a thief. But...
Dusty, oh,
What about this book? Can I pretend that I stole it?
His eyes get real wide. It's like, my book!
Yeah.
Would you, GM, would you require a sleight of hand check for that? I'm just curious.
Not sleight of hand.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but yeah, go ahead. Sleight of hand check. And then anybody who wants to try to steal something, go ahead, sleight of hand.
how's
But
a
be
how's
aware
a dirty 20 do?
Okay, yeah.
Dirty 20 is great. The DC was 12, so you're fantastic.
I'm just gonna actually slide it onto into Dusty's hands as I walk by.
Okay. You're stealing my thunder, man.
You did that earlier when I was gonna pay for Christian stuff, so consider the debt repaid. Love you.
Uh-huh.
Aww. Xiaojun just kind of glares at you all and goes, "Please, act your age."
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Are all royals from your lands this like uptight?
Royals? What do you mean?
You carry an air of nobility or like you're important. So I'm just wondering. Also, even the people that hate you like treat you like you will kill them if they don't. And so I feel like there's like a legal backing to that.
Legal? Or I just have the money?
I mean, did you get your money illegally or like through family wealth or like through something that makes you high status?
I get my money where I get my money. I don't think I'm
Okay.
paying you to get to know me.
Fair. Just keep walking.
As
Yes.
we walk, Solomon will ask, "How long has it been since you've last seen her?"
A week and a half.
To move quickly, then.
Yes. I agree. And he will continue to walk. As you all are walking, you see a group coming opposite direction, straight towards you. The first man and leading this group, almost like a flock of birds in a V, looks Xiaojun up and down, Kyzer, Solomon, at all of you. He scoffs, keeps going. Xiaojun rolls his eyes, not moving out of the way. The other men, not moving either. And then he stops moving, but the rest of them keep going. One of them goes a little further than the rest and seems to almost purposely bump his shoulder into you, Solomon. And he turns. "Oh, sorry about that, buddy. It sends bump into people who don't really pop up on my radar, you know? You new to town? What's got you in here, hun?" And then another man comes up to you, Kyzer. "Yeah, like my friend said, we don't really care for new folk around here. Who are you? What you doing?" Another one eyes you, Elmira, an almost evil look in his eye. "Yeah, what are you doing around here?" And you as well, Karathia.
I go
Another
into a
man.
rage.
Go ahead, if you want to.
Okay.
For the sake of this, I am going to let you all know. Hold on, I gotta scroll down. With this, we are going to go ahead and kind of get something a little bit more started. Before I read this description to you, I'm gonna let Soli finish whatever she wants to say for her rage. Is there anything else you want to say?
I'd back 10 feet up if I were you. And I just try to slide in front of Elmira.
Okay.
To like give her a little bit of protection, because I don't like people touching people that shouldn't be touched.
Onyx will also clock what she's doing and kind of pull Elmira back as well. So she's kind of behind both of them.
And I am just like, I'm like 6'4"-ish, so I'm like staring down
at
I
him.
hope. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, these are all, you all know these are all human men. Human men.
How pathetic.
The worst kind of men.
Yeah.
The worst kind of men.
One of the best kind of man.
Cat man. Kyzer would stand next to Karathia as well. Just kind of staring down. Kind of making a barrier between the two.
The one who was going to Elmira and now is standing, trying to make himself look big, but is failing horribly, is looking up at you, Karathia. And the one who approached you, Kyzer, goes to stand by his side, crossing his arms. One of each man seems to go and try to block the way of each of you.
Human men are so pitiful.
Aren't they just?
The one in front of you, Karathia, he goes, "Oh, wow, look at this here, brothers."
I headbutt him.
When you go to headbutt him, he very quickly does a maneuver in which he switches his spots with, I've got a lot of things planned, don't you worry. He switches his spot with the man who was next to him. You end up headbutting that man.
Okay.
That man, oh, fuck! He stumbles back, he's grabbing his head. Oh, fuck, what'd you do that for, Demetrius? I'm not gonna let myself get hit. You're a fucking idiot if you think I'm gonna let that happen. Anyways, obviously this, whatever you want to call it, thinks that she's better than us, boys. Why don't we go ahead and show them who runs the gate? And now I will gonna go ahead and read you guys a little disclaimer. This is what I am going to call a flavor fight. Be aware, this is a one-time thing. We will not be using character sheets or dice for this, but we will be using character sheets and dice for every battle after this. This is a one-time thing. Feel free to flavor and flare your attacks however you wish. Think of this as a character introduction scene, where you can show who your character is through their fighting technique, like a Smash Bros intro. Starting with you, Karathia. Bold and brave, brash and strong. How do you take out this guy in front of you?
I'll back up for just a second to when she entered her rage. So when she enters her rage, her nails elongate more into points. Her horns get thicker and rounder, more like a ram's. And her eyes, which usually have like normal circular pupils, they start to elongate vertically into that of a predator's pupils.
Ooh.
And her eyes are like the yellow of the sun, and that like energy just kind of starts to like beat out with her heartbeat, which just is increasing the more she stays in this rage. And so she rams him with her head, and as he falls, she's already stepping past him, over him, on him, crushing his ribs with her hooves to the next person.
Beautiful. Onyx, as you're pulling Elmira away, how would you say you approach the man who is coming towards you? What do you do to fight back against him?
I think she would just put her hand like flat out on this guy's face, and he'll be like instilled with this like ice cold fear that'll just like cripple him. Like, she's not going to kill him, she's going to make him weak and pathetic, because that's like more damaging, because you know, men and their egos. And then kind of push him so he falls on his ass.
and he falls back onto his ass, and he's just, I'm sorry, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't want to do this, it wasn't me, okay, he's the leader, it's him, it wasn't me. And he looking up at you, you can see it, he's got tears in his eyes, he looks horrified. There's a puddle beneath him where he is sitting, and then he turns on his hands and knees and crawls away, crying and sobbing. Another man, he approaches you, Elmira, while Onyx is taking care of this other gentleman. He's got a dagger pulled, he licks his lips. I've been waiting to get something on you for a while now, Missy. And he comes towards you. What is it that you do?
Could I use my vicious mockery on him?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. This doesn't have to be any actual skills that you have.
All right, yeah, I think I'll just, basically use what is vicious mockery to cripple him emotionally.
Fuck yeah. All right. Do you want to say what it is, or do you just want to leave it at that? I don't want to take your spotlight if you do.
You can leave it at that for now.
Okay, beautiful. No, you're good. So same as the other man, he looks so sure of himself, so strong, shoulders back, chest out. He's got his knife ready, his other hand curled into a fist. And at your words, he just kind of stops and he goes, "You know my mom died in that accident." And then he turns and he looks towards another guy and goes, "Said about my mom." This other man looks towards him and goes, "I don't give a fuck about what she said about your mom." And he looks towards you, Kyzer. And he says, "Now you, I don't like the look in your eye. I don't like how you're walking around like you're better than me. Are you gonna fight me like a man, or are you gonna be little pussies like the rest of these bitches?" And then he goes ahead and you see him put his fist up, ready to fight. No weapon, nothing. He's burly, he's big, he's a little taller than you even. And he's ready to go. What is it that you do, Kyzer?
Kyzer looks over towards the guy laid out on the floor with his ribs crushed and looks back at him. I was just gonna say that we were just gonna leave, but now I guess this became an issue. So he takes out his blade, stabs it onto the floor. It kind of just walks back and forth a little bit, gesturing the guy to walk over. Still having that air about him of like, this guy's nothing.
You know, motherfuckers like you really piss me off. And he goes and he steps forward quickly with a right hook trying to come at you.
As soon as he swings, you see me step to the side and you see what seems to be like three of me at a moment shift back and forth, and then as soon as he walks forward, I grab the hilt of my blade and just immediately uppercut him with the hilt of it, knocking him backwards.
He falls backwards, he stumbles, he catches himself, and he feels it, a little bit of blood pooling. Pushing it forward with his tongue, you see it just kind of fall from his mouth down. He glares at you, but you could tell something in him not as strong as it was. And he turns towards you, Dusty, and he goes, "Oh yeah? If you like it, if I hurt your little friend over here." And he comes towards you, Dusty. And you can tell he's ready to kick you. He's full force about to straight kick you. How do you react? What do you do to fight back against it?
And I start to run directly at him and do a running unarmed strike right into his shin. With what would be like the equivalent of like my bonus action, and then with my squat nimbleness, jump up towards his head and grapple him for the face. You're like, "I don't want to fight you!" And then just like tries to like squeeze onto him and pull him to the ground.
You successfully you pull him to the ground, and he goes falling. He falls back in. Are you, for my clarification, are you wrapped around the back or the front, holding on? Or like the side or something?
The front, because he was like running at me, so.
Okay. As you come up and you grapple him, you completely throw off his balance. And he stumbles forward trying to catch himself, stumbles backwards trying to catch himself, and he slips. He can't seem to get his footing. He falls backwards. His head hits the cobblestone hard, rough. He goes limp underneath you.
No, this isn't what I was looking for.
I don't think we were trying to kill the guy, were we?
I was.
Another man speaks up. One of the three left. He goes, God, fuck. Damn, fuck, God. And then he looks towards you, Beatrice. And he looks scared. He looks worried. But he's going to fight. He comes at you with a sword drawn. No rage, no strength, just fear in his eyes. But he comes at you, running, screaming, ready to swipe his blade down on you. What do you do?
Beatrice's squirrel's gonna pop out in front of her and mimic her casting a spell. And she's going to summon a pool of grease beneath this man running at her. And in hopes that he slips and falls.
Slips and falls, he does. The
Okay.
grease, he's not expecting it. It's out of nowhere. He doesn't even know what happened. It happened so quick. He
She's
screams.
gonna.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. She's just gonna like walk up slowly with the wooden spoon, and then say, "I'm gonna scoop out your eyes and eat them in front of you, and all of your friends are gonna have to watch."
He, as he's trying to catch his balance on this grease, and this young woman comes up and tells him she's going to eat his eyes. There's the fear on his eyes doubles. He looks more than just scared. He looks petrified. He slips and he falls, landing on his ass. His sword clings into the grease, and he looks up at you. Now a giant, much taller, much stronger than him. And then he. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. She's just gonna boop him on the nose with the spoon.
And with that boop, his eyes roll to the back of his head, and he falls unconscious.
His body just noped out. He was like, no,
Yup.
I'm just going to protect myself and go.
Another man turns towards you, Solomon. You know, as much as I would love to walk away from this, watching the rest of my men eat shit, I either eat shit too, or I get a penalty, so I suppose you're gonna knock me out too? And he puts up his fist to fight you, kind of trying to wager, like, maybe you pretend to hit me and I'll fall to the ground? Does it seem like a good idea?
There's this look in his eyes, this very cold, very calculating look, as he speaks only loud enough for the man to hear. Fear is a cloak of darkness, of weakness, but it is one I will still wrap around you in and choke you in it. As he takes, and in one swift stroke, just takes out his dagger, slices the man's throat, and watches as he falls. His eyes never leaving the other man's eyes and watching the light fade from his eyes.
He, having his throat slit so effortlessly, he's grabbing, he's trying to stop the bleeding, looking at you in fear. And then that's it. His body to his knees first, and a hand holding himself up, trying so hard to stop the bleeding, and he can't. And then he falls, face first to the cobblestone. Last man, in fact, he turns back towards Seojun. Damn. Seem to got yourself a pretty good party. What is it that you guys are out to go do? Seojun just rolls his eyes. The same that Karathia did to Beatrice earlier. A arm reaches out and grabs the man's throat. Seojun, being just enough taller than him, and lifts him off the ground. The man starts to claw and fight back against, trying to get Seojun to let go, but his grip is too strong. He's gasping, begging, pleading for Seojun to let go. And Seojun simply says, "Criminals will never be missed. If you have a wife and child, I'm sure they will die a horrible death too." And as this man slowly stops moving, Seojun drops his body, turning around to the rest of you. Well, I suppose you all will do. Managing a couple of low-life thugs means you'll do fine at keeping my sister safe. Everybody all right? Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. Let's go. And then he turns back around, stepping over the man's body, waving to the guards that were following you. Call somebody else to clean this up. I won't get my hands dirty any longer.
Wait,
And then he
before
leaves.
we go,
Yes.
can I ask the corpses why they're so stupid and ugly?
If that is what you wish to do, hurry up. Make quick word of it.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Dead and ask them why they're so stupid 3 times before the body falls limp.
Oh, one of them says, "Oh, I never finished grade school."
It shows.
Beatrice.
And why are you so ugly then?
My mama said I was a pretty boy. Maybe it's because she's ugly.
She lied.
Beatrice, before you ask your final question, out of the millions that you asked for no reason, you could ask these thugs if they know about the other thugs.
First of all, I did ask those questions for a reason. And second of all, if you really want to waste this next question on that, then I suppose I can ask it. And then she's just going to like turn back towards the corpse and then ask, "Do you know those other thugs?" And roll her eyes.
Oh, we work
Love
with
it.
other clans. And then his body falls back.
Did that answer your question?
No, and you knew it wouldn't. And did you see what Seojun did earlier? And how he prevented me from doing that to you? And how you have a shrunken head on your belt? All of these things could still happen for your future, okay? Just remember that when you speak to me.
And then she's going to like raise her fists and then like lightly lower them afterwards and be like, "Yeah, whatever."
Are you all done? Seojun speaks up.
I stick my hand out to pick up, to give a hand to Dusty, to get him off the corpse that he killed. The person
Dusty's
that he killed.
He's currently like dumping one of his 3 healing potions down the dead body's throat. He's like, "Come on! I didn't mean to do it. Come on,
Like,
wake up!
Dusty, please, come on.
Wake up!"
Come on, nope, he's, just taking a nap for now. I'm sure he'll be fine later.
Why does this keep happening to me? Why are my hands always so bloody?
You're pretty good with them.
I hand Dusty one of my 3 healing potions so that he still has 3 because I worry about him. So I have 2 now. It is okay to do what is natural. And dying is natural, Dusty. And if you are an arbiter of what is natural, you are not bad. And if your hands are red, they are just the color of life.
Kind of a macabre sentiment, but I appreciate where you're coming from.
And I scoop him up and he sits on my shoulder and holds onto one of my horns if he wants to.
He says he kicks his little feet. Like,
Seojun, after all of you exchange your words and kicks your little feet, he turns and starts to lead you out of the castle gate once again. As he leads you out, you all come to see these giant stone arches. One big one is the one he leads you through. You can tell when you look up if you walk by, or when you walk by if you look up, that there are iron bars that are meant to fall if necessary. But right now, they are up, safe away from the heads of everybody who walks through. And as you all follow this rude but authoritative man through the beautiful gates of Idica, you see before you a vast landscape. Mountains peak in the far-off distance, and rolling hills of beautiful, lush green grass welcome you all to the hayfire. Just outside the gate, a young man waits, leaning against the side of an old-looking caravan. He seems to catch Xiaojun's eye as you all approach, and waves expectantly. The camera pans past him into a green hill. And this is where we will end our session for today. Okay, that's it. That's
Let's
the
go,
guy.
Liz.
That was great, guys.